off and playing second base from the University of Texas at Arlington, number 2, Tanner Rice. Second from the University of Tennessee, the shortstop, number 3, Austin Jaslov. At Community College, the left fielder, number 1, Jack Torosian. Fourth, the first baseman from Houston Baptist University, number 26, Tyler LaRue. Murray State Community College, the catcher, number 7, Brady Evans. Sixth, the center fielder from the University of Tennessee, number 33, Dylan Dreiling. Kansas City Community College, the third baseman, number 12, Palmer Hutchison. Tonight, A Street Liquor Beverage Batter from the University of Texas at Arlington, the designated hitter, number 6, Hunter Rawson. And batting 9 for the Larks, the right fielder from East Tennessee State, number 8, Leo Jimian. Start tonight for the Larks from the University of Tennessee, number 34, Caleb Meredith.
where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 5 of the 2022 Hayes Larks season. This is the first league game for the Larks of 2022. It's against their former foe in the Jayhawk League in KCLB, the Dodge City A's. First pitch from Caleb Meredith will be fouled off, and we'll go 0-1 the count to leadoff guy Kyle Morrell. Larks coming to this game, they're 3-1 on the season, on a 3-game winning streak after dropping their first game in Great Bend. They've won 3 straight at home, and they'll take on the Dodge City A's looking for their first win. 0-4 on the season. They're 0-2 in league play, having dropped 2 games to the Liberal BJs. Top of the first, nobody out, nobody on. 0-2 count to Kyle Morrell, the right fielder. 1-2 count. Morrell, Santa Ana Community College outfielder, gets a first ball there. 1-2 just above the letters. 2 balls, 2 strikes. First pitch comes in at 7:04 p.m. here in Hays, Kansas. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Meredith, the southpaw from Tennessee, from the windup, outside and high, 3-2. Larks defense straight up, no shift against the righty right fielder, and the payoff pitch is hit hard to left field. Terosian is going to look up, leap, and it's going to be a leadoff home run for Kyle Morrell and the Dodge City A's. Can't start better than that if you're Dodge. Big, loud first hit and first run for Dodge City against their former foe in the Hayes Larks. That's Morrell's first home run of the season, first extra base hit, and his first RBI, all on one swing of the bat. So we'll go to Matthew Sandoval, the 2-hole center fielder. Larks cruised in their last game against Boulder, winning 22-7. Putting up 21 runs through the first 4 innings. They run-rolled Boulder and sent them home early. Dylan Dreiling had a great game, 4 hits and 6 runs driven in. 2 balls, no strikes to Sandoval, chopped over the right side, foul territory. 2-1. Caleb Meredith, a 6'1" freshman, is from Chuckey, Tennessee, goes to the University of Tennessee. Southpaw delivers outside on an off-speed, 3-1. This is Meredith's second appearance on the season on the rubber. He pitched against the Batcats in the home opener, throwing 2 innings. Gets a fly ball and foul out here. In that 2 innings pitch, Meredith struck out 1, no hits allowed, no walks, no earned runs. Did give up 1 hit, excuse me. And he was the starting pitcher in that game, got no decision since he only went 2 innings pitched in the Larks win. Payoff pitch number 2 is going to be grounded back to Meredith, goes off the right side of the mound, throws to first to LaRue in time for out number 1 of the first inning. 2 full counts worked for the Dodge City A's, doing a good job of getting Meredith's pitch count up through the first inning. Meredith has already thrown 11 pitches. That was his first earned run of the season on that long ball from Morrell. Go to Brendan O'Sullivan out of Delta College. He's a Pleasanton, California native. He's in the hot corner tonight. Outside corner, great pitch from Meredith. So Meredith got to respond here and keep his demeanor after the home run. He looks like he'll do it after a ground out and now a first pitch strike. This one hit hard to the left side of the infield. Palmer Hutchison on the hop catches a line drive for out number 2 of the first. Nice play from Hutch, who's been so consistent at third base for the past 3 years for the Larks. Cleanup man to the plate, Alex Cummings, the catcher from Cal State, Stanilas. He's a Jurupa Valley, California native. Cummings batted third in the A's last game, went 1 for 4 with a run scored, and also was handed a pair of strikeouts. 1-0 counts, Meredith versus Cummings. 1-0 chop to the left side. Hutchison will let Jasla field it. The throw to first is in time, so after a lead-up home run, Meredith gets the next 3 to go down, but the A's will take a 1-0 lead to the bottom of the first here in Hayes. Bottom of the first here in Hayes, Kansas. Tanner Rice will lead things off for the Larks. Shows bunt, pulls it back on the first pitch strike from Ben Smenshammer. Called strike 2. Smenshammer on the mound from Lorena, Texas, goes to Paris Junior College. Fly ball from Rice to right field, and it'll be recorded as out number 1 by Morrell. So we'll go to Austin Jaslove. Let's take a look at that Larks batting order here on Larks Network. Larks led it off. Austin Jaslove to the plate now. Jack Terosian batting third. Then we'll go to LaRue cleanup, followed by Evans in the 5-hole. Then rounding out the order, Dreiling, Hutchison, Rawson, and Jaminian. First pitch to Jaslove, ground to the right side between Toby and Cotto. It's a one-out base hit for Jaslove and the Larks. Jaslove having a really good start to the 2022 Summer League season.
From Hutchinson Community College, the left fielder, number 1, Jack Terosian.
And you want to talk about guys who've had great starts to the season. You can't leave out Jack Terosian batting .600 to the first 4 games with an on-base percentage at .750. So he's getting on base in 75% of his plate appearances. Just ridiculous. He's 6 of 10 at the plate. Driven in 2 runs and has a team-leading 7 runs scored. He's also picked up a pair of walks, and he's been plunked 4 times. No balls and a strike here with 1 away to Jack Terosian. This will be called strike 2. This is Ben Smedshammer's first appearance on the mound this year for the Dodge City A's. And we'll check over at Jaslove, who slides in with that attack. Larks fans, while you're watching the stream, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. You'll get notified every time we go live for every game this season, so you won't ever have to worry about missing one. Jack Terosian lines this one off of Smedshammer's calf. The throw to first will be in time, and it's a painful out 2 for Ben Smedshammer. Gives a thumbs up to his head coach and the dugouts. And we'll go back to the mound and have a talk with Cummings on the mound. Cummings just want to make sure his pitcher is okay. Advancing to second base in the meantime was Austin Jaslove. Powerful cleanup, first baseman to the dish. It's Tyler LaRue. Looking to bring home Austin Jaslove. LaRue has already driven in 4 runs this season through 10 at-bats. He's batting .300. Two-way runner in scoring position at second base. 1-0 lead for the Dodge City A's in Hayes. First pitch to LaRue, ground ball. Diving effort from Toby, won't get it. They're going to send Jaslove home from second, and it's going to be a 2-out RBI single for Tyler LaRue. RBI number 5. He is now second on the team behind Dylan Dreiling in runs driven in. And scoring, Austin Jaslove for the 3rd time. Jaslove outside for 5th place on the team in runs scored. And we're knotted up here, 1 apiece in Hayes. 2 away, LaRue at first with Brady Evans at the plate. Nice job of LaRue on that last pitch to take it opposite field. Wasn't hit with extreme power, but it was enough to get past Tobin. He placed it perfectly as it rolled into the grass at Larks Park and brought home Jaslove. Beautiful night for baseball here in Hayes. A little bit overcast, but really no wind whatsoever. Can't complain about the temperature, and the boys are going to have some fun tonight on the diamond. 2 balls, no strikes to Brady Evans. Evans from Murray State College. He's committed to Northeastern State to play for the Riverhawks in the MIAA. Two and 1. Brady, one of 9 JUCO guys on the roster for the Larks. Become one of 3 D2 guys on the roster when he heads to NSU in August. And you compare that to the Dodge City A's, are almost completely JUCO. Line drive off the bat of Brady Evans. It'll bounce in front of Dimvo, and he'll throw to second in time for out number 3. Larks do score a run off the bat of Tyler LaRue, bringing home Austin Jaslove. We'll go to the 2nd inning, tied at 1. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. You're tuned into Larks Network. Top of the second here at Larks Park in downtown Hays, Kansas. 5-hole Rubio Duran, the DH, will lead it off for the Dodge City Ace. Each team got a run in the first inning, and Caleb Meredith returns to the rubber for the second inning and throws a first pitch ball to the DH. Meredith in that first inning threw 16 pitches, 1 hit, was a home run, so 1 earned run. 16 pitches, 9 of them found the zone. Inside delivery, 2 balls, no strikes. Meredith, one of 3 Tennessee Volunteers on the Larks roster, along with tonight's center fielder Dylan Dreiling and tonight's shortstop Austin Jaslov. Kind of an ugly swing and a miss there from Durand. Meredith fooled him with the off speed. We'll go 2-1 with the count, nobody out, nobody on, top of the second. Grounded up to Caleb Meredith behind the backhand, and he'll bring it to first, toss it to LaRue in time. Beautiful play for Caleb Meredith. Second time a batter is grounded out to him. So after allowing the first batter to homer, Meredith has responded well, gotten 4 straight outs on a lineout and 3 groundouts. So go to Tyler Cotto, the first baseman. Sends one to left field. Jack Tarosian is back, and the Dodge City A's have their second home run in just as many innings. Both to left field. And Caleb Meredith, after having 2 innings pitched, facing the minimum and having no earned runs in his last appearance, through 1 1/3, has given up 2 long balls. The other one was off the bat of Kyle Morrell to lead off the game. Dodge City takes a 2-1 lead. Tyler Cotto with his first home run as a Dodge City A in 2022. Tyler Toby to the dish. 7-hole second baseman. First pitch called strike on off speed from Caleb Meredith. Meredith went to University High in Tennessee before going to the University of Tennessee. Was listed as the 14th best left-handed pitcher in the state by perfect game. Gets a ground ball here to the shortstop Jaslov. Hard throw to first is in time. 2 away now. Meredith was the conference MVP his senior year in 2021 in a Tennessee Baseball Report second team All-State, TSWA Class A All-State, and a perfect game preseason All-American. 2-way base is empty. The southpaw delivers off speed, grounded to him. Comes off the mound, spins and throws to first in time for out number 3. Another home run for the Dodge City A's puts their lead at 1. We'll go to the bottom half of the second. Larks looking for revenge, down by 1. Bottom of the second, Dylan's rallying to lead it off for the Larks. Riding a hot streak after the last game against Boulder, where he picked up 4 hits and 6 runs driven in. It was a great day for Dylan's rallying, and the Hayes Larks winning 22-7, run rolling the Boulder Collegians in 7 innings. Caleb Meredith, tonight's starting pitcher, was the guy who subbed in for Dylan Dreiling when the Larks just started putting all their pitchers in the order since they were up by so much and letting the guys there hit. This one is going to drop in the grass. Leadoff single for Dylan Dreiling, who just is a very tough out. Larks get their third hit of the game, all singles. Dylan, in that last game, all 4 of his hits were doubles. Leadoff base runner for the Larks for the first time today. Dylan Dreiling with some speed at first as Palmer Hutchison, his former teammate at Hayes High, comes to the plate. Hutchison got the start on Sunday. Had a good game, going 2 for 3. Scored 3 times, also walked once and drove in 2. No balls and a strike now to Hutch. Hunter Rosson on deck, Leo Geminian in the hole for the Larks. Smedsheimer delivers inside, 1 ball and a strike. Smedsheimer on the mound for his second inning of work. Gave up an earned run and 2 hits in the first inning. This is his first inning pitched of the 2022 summer season. 1-1 inside, 2-1 to Hutch. Oh, they will say that caught the inside corner, 1-2. Smedsheimer from Lorena, Texas. Is rated as the 409th best shortstop by Perfect Game. No rating on his pitching. 1-2, Dylan Dreiling takes off, check swing from Hutchison. The throw is going to be high and slow. Dreiling nabs second base and gets himself in scoring position. Count moves to 2-2 for Palmer Hutchison. It's Dylan Dreiling's first stolen base this season and his first attempt. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hutchison, with Dreiling at second. Hutch waits in the right-hander's batter's box, inside off speed. Nice curveball with some drop, but couldn't get a swing out of Hutchison. Full count. This past season at Paris Junior College, Smedsheimer, 19 appearances on the rubber. 3-0 with a couple of saves, thrown 39 and a third. ERA at 5.72 though. Payoff pitch from the righty. Hutchison rips it to left center field. Nicely hit. Dreiling's going to score with ease, and it'll be a RBI single for Palmer Hutchison. Back-to-back singles. The Larks, who get their second RBI single today. Dylan Dreiling ties the game up off the bat of Palmer Hutchison.
Tonight's A Street Liquor Beverage batter, the designated hitter from the University of Texas at Arlington, number 6, Hunter Rosson.
Dylan Dreiling scores for the 4th time this season. Palmer Hutchison drives in RBI number 3. Rosson takes one to the third baseman. O'Sullivan, the throw to second in time. The throw to first. They're going to have to check with the umpires, and it will be a double play off the bat of tonight's beverage batter. Two away as we go to Leo Geminian. Geminian at the bottom of the order, the right fielder from ETSU. First pitch inside on a heater, 1-0 to the French center fielder. Geminian takes this one to left center field. It'll drop And a triangle between Denbo, Widenar, and Sandoval. 2-out base hit for Dominion.
Reduced price on all beverages the remainder of this half inning, courtesy of Hunter Wasson and A Street Liquor. Now batting for the Larks, the right fielder, number 8, Leo Tibia.
Tanner Rice to the dish. Top of the order, Rice flew out in his last at-bat to Morel to start off the bottom of the first inning. Called strike one. Leo Dominion at first base, Jaslov on deck. Each team has scored a run in each inning. No balls, 2 strikes to Rice.
The batting order batter for the Larks is Tanner Rice.
Off speed, 1-2. Rice started at the top of the order in the Larks' last game as well. Went 1 for 3, drove in 1, walked once, and scored 3 times. Dominion takes off. Rice takes this one opposite field. Widenar moves to his right, makes the catch in left field. Larks score a run off the Palmer Hutchison RBI single for the second straight inning. And with Tanner Rice a fly out to left field, we go to the third inning, tied up at 2-2. Top of the third, Caleb Meredith returns to the mound. Gets a swing and a miss out of Michael Widenar. Bottom of the order, left fielder. Fly ball to left center field. Tarosian and Drowling give chase. It'll drop between them. Roll to the 349 mark in left center field, and the leadoff double for Michael Widenar and the Dodge City A's. Their third extra base hit of the day. Their second leadoff extra base hit. The other one was the home run from Kyle Morel. So we'll go to Kyle Morel, who homered in the first inning. Morel led off the game with that long ball to left field, and Caleb Meredith looking for revenge here. Off speed, right down the pipe for Meredith, 0-1. Luke Terbeek up in the pen and moving around for Hayes. Meredith from the stretch, grounded to Palmer Hutchison. The throw to first, right on the money for out number 1 of the third. Morel now 1 for 2. Let's go to Matthew Sandoval as Michael Widenar read that one really well and moved to third and is 90 feet from scoring. Sandoval had the day off in Dodge City's last game, which was yesterday in Great Bend. No balls and a strike here to the center fielder from Midland College. Meredith from the stretch, the 0-1 outside, but a swing and a miss. Great pitch from Meredith. No balls, 2 strikes. Brendan O'Sullivan on deck. Alex Cummings in the hole for Dodge. Meredith wants to go on that outside delivery again and see if he can get another chase out of Sandoval. Doesn't get it. Brady Evans blocks it. And staying at third base is Widener. Meredith gets the signs from Evans. Agrees with it. Looks over his shoulder at Widener and will go from the stretch. The 1-2 home. Outside again. 2-2. Evans was set up outside all the way there. And we'll see if they want something more over the plate now. Evans does sit up outside, but this one's lined to Tanner Rice. Drops right in front of him, but he did nice job with his reaction to scoop it up and throw out Sandoval at first while looking Widener back to the bag at third. 2 away now. Larks 1 out away from getting out of the third. So we go to Brendan Sullivan, the 3-hole, who hit one well in the first inning, but it was right to Palmer Hutchison, who made the catch on a leap. Sullivan from Delta College, listed as a middle infielder, but tonight is getting the start in the hot corner at third base. 2-way, first delivery is an off-speed that starts outside, moves into the zone, 0-1. Nice pitch from Meredith again, same pitch. This one even more in the zone. Right down the middle at the letters, no balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 count, 2-way runner in scoring position at third base for Dodge in a tied game. Oh-2, swing and a miss, and Sullivan will leave Widener stranded at third. Merritt does a good job of responding after the leadoff double as Dodge gets their third extra base of the game, but he strands him at third base and sends us to the bottom half of the inning, tied up 2 apiece. Bottom half of the third, hitting in Hayes. Austin Jaslove will lead things off for the Larks. First pitch misses inside, 1-0. Larks scored a run in each of the first 2 innings. They have 3 hits, and the second 2 hits in the first already through the first 2 innings, picking up 5 hits. 2 balls, no strikes to Austin Jaslove, who picked up the first of the game for the Larks and scored the first run. Someone's hit to right center field, a running effort from Morrell, and he will make the catch out in the grass for out number 1. Jaslov now 1 for 2. One away, base is empty for Jack Tarosian.
The left fielder, number 1, Jack Tarosian.
Tarosian on the day 0 for 1 after grounding out to Smedshammer. Smedshammer's delivery outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Smedshammer threw 2 1/3. Has 32 pitches, 21 of them strikes. He's given up 5 hits, 2 earned runs. Still looking for his first strikeout as a Don City A's, but also hasn't given up a walk. 1-1 delivery to Tarosian above the letters, 2-1. Ground to the first baseman, Cotto. He won't be able to make a play on it, and Jack Tarosian has the Larks' 6th hit of the ball game. So Jack Tarosian continues his hot streak, is now 7 of 12 at the plate, and has a 5-game hitting streak. So to Tyler Rue with Speedy Tarosian at first base. He's been aggressive, sets up, ready to run to second base. Stays here on the first delivery, the throw to first. It won't be nearly in time. And we'll have a 1-0 count to Tyler Rue. Rue singled Austin Jaslov home in the first inning. Looking for hit number 2 of the ball game. 1-0 count, 1 away, runner at first base in the bottom of the third. Check swing from LaRue, a little frustrated with himself that he fouled it off after not wanting to swing. So he will get back in the right-hander's batter's box. The 1-1 count. The 6'2 Texas native, 1-1 counts. He elects to check swing again and fouls it off just the same. Down 1-2 now at the counts. Evans on deck, drilling in the hole for Hayes. Larks looking for their 3rd run of the ball game in just as many innings. Tarosian gets his lead at first, doesn't run, and LaRue will be strikeout number 1 of the season for Ben Smedshammer. So those 2 foul balls that he check swinged on got to be frustrating for the first baseman, but he's still 1 for 2 in the day. 2 away for Brady Evans with Tarosian out first. Evans was out number 3 of the first inning when he grounded out to Denbo. Smedshammer will go from the stretch, looks at Tarosian, and Tarosian started stealing second before Smedshammer even started his delivery. Just read it and used that last at bat from LaRue to judge him and get a feel for him, and stole second base easily. Puts himself in scoring position with 2 outs. Larks have been aggressive on the base paths this season. They just stole their 13th base through 4 games in 2 2/3 of an inning. Tarosian with 6 of those stolen bases, just under half of the Larks' total. He's a perfect 6 of 6. 2 balls, no strikes to Brady Evans, tonight's catcher. Evans once again with an on-base percentage above 500, just like he had last year. 2-0 to the Murray State Aggie, ground to the third baseman O'Sullivan, and throws to first. It won't be able to be scooped by Cotto. Tarosian's going to be sent home, and Brady Evans is safe at first base. Tarosian safe at home. Tarosian shows off the wheels, moves 270 feet at just about 3 pitches. It's ruled as an E3, and Evans will improve his on-base percentage. And Larks take a 3-2 lead. They've scored in every inning. Go to Dylan Dreiling, 6-hole tonight, 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. Won't count as an RBI for Evans since it was an error. Dreiling sends this one to center field. Sandoval keeps moving back. Finally stops in the middle of center field and records out number 3. In the meantime, Jack Tarosian, scores his 8th run as a Lark and gives the Larks a 1-run lead as we move to the 4th inning in Hayes, Kansas. Hayes 3, A's 2. Top of the 4th, Luke Terbeek will take over on the rubber for the Larks. 6'2 sophomore from Mid-American Christian. In his second with the Larks' first pitch, he throws, goes over the head of Austin Jaslove off the bat of Alex Cummings. Cummings now 1 for 2 today, and has a single. Dodge City with a hit in every inning. And they have another leadoff base runner, their 3rd of the 4 innings played. The team's now a triple away from the cycle. 2 home runs, a double, and a single for Dodge City A's. Luke Terbeek from New Vennep, Netherlands. The Dutch pitcher made 12 appearances this year for the Evangels, and 5 of them were starts, went 1 and 2 on the rubber in the NIAA. Rubio Duran to the mound, the DH, grounded out to Caleb Meredith in the 2nd inning for the first out of the inning. Terbeek forced to go from the stretch now with that runner at first base. Nice pitch from Luke Terbeek. Starts inside and high. Ends out catching the outside corner. Nice pitch. Courtesy runner for the catcher, Alex Cummings. It is Rhett Posvickle from just 30 minutes away from Larks Park in Russell, Kansas. Goes to Dodge City Community College. Local kid playing at a park he's familiar with. 0-1 delivery outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Grounded to the second baseman, Rice. He will tag Posvickle, throw to first, and beats Duran by a step. 4-3 double play from Tanner Rice, and Terbeek reaches out his hand to thank Rice. 2 away, base is empty now. Caleb Meredith finishes his day. 3 innings pitched, 36 pitches thrown, gives up a couple of runs, strikes out 1, gives up 2 home runs. So 2 earned runs to Caleb Meredith through 5 innings now on the rubber. First delivery to Tyler Cotto, popped over the right side. LaRue chases down the right field line, now is in foul territory, and it'll drop out of play. We'll go 0-1. 3 guys chased at Jeminian, Rice, and LaRue. Rice loses his hat in the process. Appearance number 2 on the mound for Luke Terbeek. According to the game changer. And that is correct. Went 3 innings in the start against the Great Bend Batcats. Didn't pick up a decision. Gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 2. (0-2) popped to the right side. Rice and LaRue give chase. Rice calls off his first baseman and records out number 3 in the grass. Tanner Rice responsible for all 3 outs in the 4th inning. And the Larks throw their second straight scoreless inning and take a 3-2 lead to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th in Hayes. Palmer Hutchison, the Hayes native, will lead it off. Fouls his first delivery out of play, no balls and a strike. Hutch 1 for 1 today with a base hit in the 2nd inning and picked up an RBI on that single. This one to right field. And the 0-1 delivery popped into right field. Morrell runs in, makes the catch for out number 1 of the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 away, we'll move to Hunter Rosen, who grounded into a double play in the 2nd inning. Rosen looking for his first hit of the day. He's batting .200 this season. 2 hits and 10 at-bats, a single and a double, 2 RBIs, 4 runs scored, 1-0 count to the UTA Maverick. 2-0, this one by his feet. Rosen, a 5'11 junior from Aledo, Texas. Up in the count, 2 balls, no strikes, 1 away, nobody on. 3-0 now as that off-speed runs outside. The 3-0 outside 4-pitch walk for Hunter Rosen, and he's aboard for the first time today. His 3rd walk of the season. Jiminy into the dish. He singled in the 2nd inning. In the Larks' last game, Dominion batted the bottom of the order and went 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Rawson at first, he has speed. Dominion a little bit early on this swing, saw a pitch he liked, but just a little too eager, fouls it off. No balls and a strike to the French right fielder. Leader from St. Lo, France, 5'9" junior at ETSU. Played in 29 games for the Buccaneers this past year with an on-base percentage at .397. Smedsheimer still on the mound. Thrown 3 1/3. Given up 6 hits and 1 walk. 3 runs. Chopped to the third base side again. Dominion hits it to the same spot. This time, head coach Frank Leo makes a play on it. No balls, 2 strikes. Dominion will be forced to protect the plate. Check over at first. Rawson dives in safely. Rice on deck. Jazz live in the hole. Next pitch will be number 52 from Smedsheimer. He delivers. Dominion hits it high to left field. Weinar moves back, now comes in and makes the catch 15 feet in front of the warning track. It was well struck, but just not quite good enough from Dominion. And it'll be out number 2. Third plate appearance for Tanner Rice. He's 0 for 2. Flew out to Morrell in right field in the first and flew out to Weinar in left field in the second, looking for his first hit of the day and hit number 5 as a Lark. First delivery to him just misses the outside corner, 1-0. Rawson still at first without a stolen base attempt in this game. Still without a stolen base attempt as a Lark. Pinch ran the other day. Or courtesy ran, one of the two. Because how fast he is, they used him there, and no stolen base attempt. But he did score, and he scored 4 times this year. Mound visit between Cummings and Smedsheimer is a quick one. The righty will get set back up on the rubber, not before taking a look at Rawson. Agrees with the signs from Cummings. Looks over his shoulder and delivers home the 2-0. Rice laid on the swing, sends it into foul territory. Drops in the fan pavilion on the left field side, and between a group of kids who will find over the ball and for $1 at the concession stand or Lark's Nest in exchange for the ball. 2-1 count to Tanner Rice, 2 away. Hunter Rawson at first base. Rawson takes off. Rice swings. Pop fly a mile high in the infield. Left side, O'Sullivan now drifts into foul territory and records out number 3. Rawson will be stranded at first base. Larks get a walk with 1 out, but can't do anything with it. They're still up by 1 as we move to the 5th. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. You're tuned in to Larks Network. Top of the fifth here from Larks Park. Luke Terbeek returns to the mound for his second inning of work. Throws a first pitch strike to Tyler Toby. No balls and a strike to the second baseman. Toby from Delta College. He's one of a handful of guys on the ace from there. It's an Elk Grove, California native. Nice pitch from Terbeek. Catches the outside part of the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. Dodge City has picked up a hit in every inning. They scored in the first 2, but have since then been scoreless. They left 1 on base in the third inning. Their only runner left on base on the day. Terbeek goes off speed for pitch number 3, but is above the letters. And Toby holds up his swing. Terbeek wastes no time. Keeps up the tempo. Toby starts to swing early, but still is able to ground it down the line at third base. A sliding effort from Hutchison won't bring it in, and he's going to have a leadoff double. Second leadoff double on the day for the Dodge City A's. The other one came from Michael Widener in the third, and we'll see what Luke Terbeek can do with the leadoff runner in scoring position. 8-hole to the plate. Brock Denbo from Santa Ana Community College, California native. Grounded down to Kayla Meredith for the last out at the top of the second, and his only plate appearance. First delivery to him, grounded to Hutchison. Fields it, looks the runner back to second, in time to first base for out number 1. Denbo now 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts. So it brings us to the bottom of the order. Michael Widener, runner at second, 1 away. Widener doubled to lead off the third inning. Gone all the way to third base. But Kayla Meredith got a pair of groundouts and a strikeout to end the third inning and leave him 90 feet from scoring. Luke Terbeek will go from the stretch. Takes a long look at Toby at second. Goes home. Off-speed delivery outside, but a swing and a miss from Widener. Evans called that pitch outside, and Luke Terbeek threw it right where he wanted and got the result he wanted. Oh, 1 inside. This one catches the plate. Luke working all around the plate. Called strike 2. Terbeek has thrown his strikes on 83% of his pitches tonight. And threw strikes on 57% of his pitches in the last game. 1-2 count after this one misses. Larks up 3-2, top of the fifth, in a game that's going by pretty quick. The Dutch righty delivers, off-speed delivery. Widener off with his timing and location of his swing. Luke Terbeek picks up his first strikeout of the day and strikeout number 3 of 2022. 2 away. Good response from Luke Terbeek after allowing a leadoff double. That strikeout from Luke, strikeout number 32 as a Lark for the past 2 years. Two away, top of the order, Cal Morrell at the plate. He homered to left field to start off the game and then grounded out to Palmer Hutchison for out number 1 of the third inning. He's up 1-0 in the count. Terbeek set up on the third base side of the rubber. Gets the signs from Evans, ignores the runner at second, goes from the stretch, pitches it over the outside part of the plate. He's really painting that outside and gets a called strike. Do it for the Larks in the bottom half of this inning. 2, 3, and 4. Jaslov, Tarosian, and LaRue. Tough 3 outs right there. The 1-1 home from Terbeek, off speed. Morrell waited on it, but just didn't quite wait long enough. 1-2 counts. Terbeek responding really well. The 1-2 home. Outside, Terbeek thought it was strike 3. And so to the Larks' middle infield. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. We'll have to throw at least one more pitch. There is a right-handed pitcher up in the pen for Hayes. Looks like it's Cade Hare. 2-2 home. This one outside again. Foul ball over the left side. So we'll stay at a 2-2 count. Peek from the stretch. Again, a foul ball. This one at the Larks dugout. Hunter Rawson dodges it. Two-two count. This delivery from Terbeek, and he gets a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts. He's fired up by one as we move to the 5th inning. Terbeek gets a leadoff double, but then responds with 3 straight outs, much like Caleb Meredith did in the 3rd. Bottom half we go. Hayes up by 1. Bottom of the 5th in Hayes, Johnston Jaslove to lead it off. Austin 1 for 2 today with a single and a flyout. First pitch, he takes it to the Larks dugouts. Ben Ferenzi tried to make a play on it, and the dugout goes off his hands and holds around in the dugout. 0-1 counts to Jaslove. Jazz scored in the 1st inning thanks to Tyler Rue's single. Strike 2 here. 0-2 to the Tennessee Volunteer. Knoxville native, 6'2", redshirt freshman. 0-2, he chases one, sends it to center field. Toby moves back, it's called off by Dembo, who moves from shortstop out behind second and center field for out number 1. Larks scored in every inning but the 4th one. We'll see if they can get something in the 5th. Jax Rosen to the plate, stole second in the 3rd inning after singling and scored. He's 1 for 2 in the day. Scored on the Brady Evans E3. Waits on this one, sends it to left field. Widener takes about 10 steps to his right and right field. Well struck, but it's out number 2. Smed's hammer is now retired, 4 straight Larks. And he'll face a cleanup hitter in Tyler Rue, who singled in the 1st inning, got to second base but was left there, and then had a tough strike on the 3rd inning where he checked a swing twice and found both check swings pitches off the inside of his bat to the Dodge City A's dugout. Those were frustrating pitches for him. Fouls this one off. Start the AB, and we'll go 0-1. Smed's hammer still working. He's thrown 4 2/3, 2 earned runs. Misses inside 1-1. Thrown 62 pitches. 38 have seen the zone. Been up 6 hits and a walk. 1-1. This one looked good. About halfway to the plate, looked like it was going right down the pipe, and then had some last-second dropping action, but LaRue wouldn't chase. Hit misses low, 2-1. 2-1 home. Inside, LaRue dodges it. 3-1 hitters counts for the first baseman from Houston Baptist. As said in the previous games, LaRue started the season out as number 17, now is sporting number 26, and when I asked him about it, I said, "Why'd you change?" He said, "I don't know, they just handed me the new jersey." So now we'll have Brady Evans wear number 17 for the Larks when he gets here from Dallas Baptist. Payoff pitch, grounded hard to the left side. Dunbo slides, but it's going to be the second single of the game for Tyler LaRue. Two outs. Brady Evans to the plate with LaRue at first. LaRue is deceptively fast on the base paths. He scored from second on a couple of plays this season, and he has one stolen base. First delivery to Brady Evans, a called strike. Evans letting the mullet flow tonight in the right-hander's batter's box, looking for his first hit. 0-1 above the letters, 1-1. Grounded out to Denbo for out number 3 of the first inning, and then reached on an error in the third inning. It was ruled as an error on Cotto, the first baseman, and Terosian scored on that play. And now Evans looking to get aboard for the second time. 1-1, chases one outside. Great pitch from Smedshammer. 1-2. Nobody up in the pen for a dodge. Looks like Cade Hare might be done warming up in the pen for the Larks. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away, runner at first base in the bottom of the 5th. Hayes up 3-2. Smedshammer almost catches Brady Evans with this pitch. Evans moves out of the way, 3-2-2. Went completely dead here in Hayes. LaRue takes off on the 2-2. Evans sends it to the right side. Smedshammer comes off the mound, throws to first in time. Larks get a single out of LaRue, but goes scoreless for the second straight inning. We go to the 6th. Hayes up 3-2. Top of the 6th, Cade Hare takes over on the mound for the Larks. Luke Terbeek finishes day after 2 innings on the rubber. Hare's fastball misses outside to Matthew Sandoval, who's 0 for 2 in the day, looking for his first hit and to get something going for the Dodge City A's, who have been scoreless since the 2nd. 1-0 home, outside 2-0. Cade Hare, a 5'11 freshman from Central Alabama, made 12 appearances for the Trojans this year. He's a Phoenix City, Alabama native. 2-0. All 3 pitches outside. This one catches the plate, called strike 1. 2-1. Sandoval grounded out to Caleb Meredith in the first and then grounded out to Tanner Rice in the third. Both at bats were versus Caleb Meredith. He threw the first 3 for the Larks. 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. Hare's second appearance on the mound this year. Threw 2 innings in the home opener against Great Bend. In relief, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, no hits, no runs. This one a curveball way outside, 3-2. Looks at his hand after the delivery. Hare went to Smith Station High School in his senior year, went 2-1, had a 2.62 ERA, and held his opponents to a batting average of 188. We get a payoff pitch from the Alabama native. It's a fastball low and outside, and he will walk his 3rd batter of the season. He was frustrated after that pitch, and that's not a good sign on the mound. Never want to get emotional or anything when you're on the mound. So that can make it really easy to get to your head, so we'll see how Hare responds with a leadoff runner at first base. Larks and the Dodge City A's, former foes. They were in the Jayhawk League for a while together. They were in the Jayhawk League from 1976 to 2018, the Larks were. Played against the Dodge City A's for numerous years. And in 2019, both teams went to the KCLB from the Jayhawk League. Runner taking off from first is Sandoval. He will be at second base down to throw as Brady Evans saved a wild pitch. 1-0. Larks left the KCLB after 1 year, joined the Rocky Mountain Baseball League. This will be their 3rd year in there. Larks have won the past 2 years of the RMBL, won the league championship, and now, after 2 years of not being in the same conference, the Liberal BJs and the Dodge City A's both join the Larks in the RMBL. The Dodge City A's are 0-2 in league play this year. This is the Larks' first league game. 1 ball, no strikes here to Brendan O'Sullivan. Shows bunts into the backstop, 1-1. O'Sullivan, 0 for 2 in the day, lined out to Palmer Hutchison on a nice play from the 3rd baseman in the first inning, then struck out as Caleb Meredith's last batter faced in the 3rd inning. Terbeek took over from Caleb Meredith. Finishes his day, 2 innings pitched, 23 pitches, 78% of them strikes. Gives up a pair of hits, no runs, and strikes out a pair of guys. 1-1 count to the A's, 3-hole in the lineup and their 3rd baseman. 1-1, inside pitch moves over to the plate. Great off speed from Hare, 1-2. Larks looking for their 3rd straight RMBL championship. Road to that starts today. Larks won the KCLB tournament, their lone year in the KCLB, with the Dodge City A's in 2019. O'Sullivan steps back with his front foot as he swings on this one. Pops it behind the plate. Brady Evans has it in his glove and then loses it. Very uncharacteristic of the catcher from Oklahoma. So O'Sullivan given another chance at life. We'll see what he does with it. Hands Brady Evans his helmet, and we'll get ready to go 1-2 again. Tough play, and catcher's mitt isn't meant to catch fly balls. One, two from Hare, inside, lined at Palmer Hutchison. The throw to second base is going to be in time. They'll double up. Sandoval at second, and O'Sullivan now 0 for 3. Palmer Hutchison has caught 2 balls at third base that were lined at him. Off the bat, O'Sullivan hit well. and Sullivan, those placed anywhere else in the field, they're going to be a single. But Hutchison just brings him into his glove and gets a double play. Sandoval out at second. Now we're 1 out away from going to the bottom half of the 6th. And the fans liked it because with the way the raffle goes to Larks Park, if there's a 1, 2, 3, 6th inning, one winner in the raffle will be given a free car wash from a local car wash. So they enjoyed that one. Raffle always a thing at Larks Park. Good fundraiser for the team. Good way for the fans of the Larks to meet the players as the players sell the tickets. First delivery here to the cleanup hitter Alex Cummings, fouled out at play. Cummings 1 for 2 in the day after singling in the 4th inning. That walk from Cade Hare was the first walk of the day for the Hayes Larks on the mound. Oh, 1 lined between Jaslove and Hutchison. 2-out base hit and the 1, 2, 3 inning off the table. Cummings 2 for 2 in his last at-bat, 2 at-bats. That's your Rubio Duran, the DH. Had a double play in the 4th inning and grounded out to Caleb Meredith in the 2nd. And so for the second time, Rhett Posfickle will courtesy run for Alex Cummings, the catcher, so Cummings can go get his gear on. And single the 6th hit of the ball game for the Dodge City Ace. First delivery here will be off the bats of Duran. Ducked out of the way, but he held his bat up still. Tell you not to do that in Little League for a reason. Just an unfortunate foul ball right there for Duran. But Hare will be happy with it. Gets out of the way of a hit by a pitch and gets up in the count. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 is home. Swing and a miss from Duran. Nice off speed from Cade Hare. No balls, 2 strikes. Hard swing from Duran. Cotto watches on deck if they need him. Posfickle gets his lead at first base. LaRue not holding him on. Here looks over his shoulder and then steps off the rubber. Duran down the count 0-2 with 2 away. Do it for the Larks in the bottom of this inning. 6, 7, and 8 in the order. Dreiling, Hutchison, and Rawson. 0-2 from Hare. Fastball fouled off from Duran. Duran from Dodge City, Kansas, and he's on the roster of Dodge City Community College, so Dodge guy through and through. Grew up in Dodge, stayed in Dodge for college ball, and stayed there for the summer. 0-2 count. Hare will go from the stretch again. Delivers home fastball. Chasing it is Duran, staying alive. Duran looking for his first hit of the game right here. Pinch hit for Carson Wright yesterday in the Great Bend game. Went 1 for 3 and scored a run. First ball, the AB. Cade Hare misses a low. Brady Evans drops to his knees to block it. We'll go 1-2 with the count, 2 away. Top of the 6th, Dodge City looking for their first run of the 2nd inning. They scored 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd. So did the Larks, and the Larks picked up 1 in the 3rd. That's how we got a 3-2 lead. Pop fly out of play past the grandstand. Danger of hitting a car. 1-2 Duran with yet another foul ball, and this AB staying alive, protecting the plates. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Cade Hare wants to send us to the bottom half of the inning. Posfickle gets his lead at first base. No stolen base attempt. This one will be off the chest protector. Brady Evans spins, decides not to throw, and Posfickle moves up 90 feet and gets to second base for the first time today. Runner in scoring position. Dodge got one in scoring position to the last inning off the leadoff double from Toby, but they couldn't get him past second base. 2-2 from Hare. Duran chases it, sends it to Tanner Rice. Sidearm throw to first in time for out number 3. The Larks allow a walk and a single, but no runs from the Dodge City A's in the 6th inning. 4 straight scoreless innings on the mound for the Larks. And we go to the bottom half of the 6th. Hayes up by 1. Bottom of the 6th we go. Dylan Dreiling sees the pitch, sends it really hard over the right side. Had it been fair, it would have been gone, but it was plenty foul. So we'll be down in the count, no balls and a strike. This one's hit to center field. Running back is Sandoval, and will make the catch on the run, reaching above his head. And Dreiling now 1 for 3 on the day with a couple of well-struck balls. One away, bases empty. Palmer Hutchison to the dish. Great Tuesday night for some baseball here in Hayes. Appreciate you watching here on Larks Network. Larks fan or A's fan, be sure to subscribe while you're watching. It's free and it helps us out a ton as we continue to put on these streams for all Larks games this summer. 1-0 count for Palmer Hutchison, 1 for 2 in the day after singling home Dylan Dreiling in the 2nd inning and popping out to Toby in the 4th inning. Chops this one to the Larks dugout. Larks pitching coach Keith Harper with a nice play on it. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, bottom of the 6th, nobody on. Hutchison in his 3rd year with the Larks. In his previous 2 years with the Larks, played in 66 games, scoring 52 runs and picking up 50 hits. 1-2. Ronson on deck with Jeminian in the hole for the Larks. Good turnout for a game on a Tuesday night here at Larks Park. Maybe pushing 1,000 fans at the ballpark. No team in the RMBL really has the turnout that the Larks do. There's just something special about baseball in Hayes, and anybody that's played for the Larks will tell you that. Line drive over to the second baseman. Toby takes it off his chest after a bounce. That's why you get your body in front of the ball, and he's able to throw out Palmer Hutchison at first. Hutch now 1 for 3 on the day. Now to Hunter Ronson. Ronson 0 for 1 on the day. Hit it into a double play in the 2nd and walked in the 4th. Larks with 7 hits, Dodge with 4. Rawson looking for his first on the day. Takes one outside, 1-0. Smedhammer still on the mound. The righty delivers. Rawson sends this one to the backstop, 1-1. Smedhammer now at 77 pitches through 5 2/3, giving up 2 earned runs, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Started off 15 batters with a first pitch strike. Scoreboard at Larks Park reads a 2-1 count. Two-1 is home. Rawson takes it oppo. Morrell moves to his left, makes the catch on a run. Larks go in order in the 6th inning. Smedhammer hits his best inning of work on the mound, and we go to the 7th inning. Hayes up 3-2, and judging by Smedhammer's interactions with his catcher and teammates, that might have been his last inning of work, but we'll see in the bottom half of the 7th inning as we go to the top half of the 7th inning. Top half of the 7th inning here at Hayes. Cade Hare backs the mound for his 2nd inning. First 2/3 of the game take an hour and a half, cruising along here in what's been the closest game of the Larks season. Judging through the first 2 frames, it looked like it was going to be a shootout, as each team scored a run in the first and the second. But since then, we've seen 7 zeros on the scoreboard. Dodge scoreless in their past 4. Hayes scoreless in their past 3. 3-2 lead for the Larks. Cade Hare misses the zone here. Tyler Cotto, 1 for 2 in the day, with a home run in the 2nd inning. It was a solo shot to left field. And he had to pop out in the 4th inning. Zone misses low, 2 balls and a strike. Larks with the same defensive alignment as they started out with. They're on their 3rd pitcher of the day. 2-1 home from Hare. Fastball that Cotto chases low, 2-2. Cotto from Austin P State. It's like the only Division I player on the roster for the Dodge City A's. From Goodyear, Arizona, Larks had a Austin P State second baseman in 2019 in Skylar Luna, who's still at Austin P. 2-2, an ugly swing from Cotto, and Cade Hare picks up his first strikeout on the day on a great pitch. 1 away in the top of the 7th. Dodge down to their final 8 outs, down by 1, but still a lot of time to make up that deficit. Through 1 1/3, Cade Hare, 25 pitches, given up 1 hit, walked 1, and struck out 1. So with Tyler Toby, the second baseman in the 7-hole, he's 1 for 2, had a leadoff double in the 5th inning, but couldn't get anything past second base and was left there as the inning ended. This one struck well to center field. Running back is Dylan Dreiling, and will make the catch on a jog for out number 2. Cade Hare's retired 3 straight. Dodge City A's.
The shortstop, number 23, Brock Denbo.
Now to Brock Denbo, the 8-hole shortstop, grounded out to Caleb Meredith in the 2nd, and then grounded out to Palmer Hutchison in the 5th. Meredith had 3 ground outs to him on the mound through his 3 innings of work. As today's starting pitcher, if everything holds out and the score stays the same, Luke Terbeek will get the win for the Larks. It would be his first of the season, and his 4th as a Lark. 1-0, runs outside. And that was the first pitch. Now it's 1-0. Cade Hare from the stretch. This pitch does catch the zone. 1 ball and a strike, 2 away. Denbo, California native, Santa Ana Community College infielder, getting the start tonight at shortstop. Ground ball to the mound. Cade Hare reaches to his right, throws to first in time. 1-2-3 inning for Cade Hare and the Larks in the 7th inning. And we go to the 7th inning stretch on Larks Network. Hayes up by 1. Seventh inning has been stretched here in Hayes. Hayes up by 1. Leo Jiminian leading off at the bottom of the order for the Larks. New pitcher in the game for the Dodge City Ace is Angelo Zazzarino. This one will be fouled off of bunt attempt from Jiminian. 0-1. Zazzarino from Lodi, California, is one of another handful of Delta College guys on the roster for the Dodge City A's. made 2 appearances on the mound for the Mustangs at Delta. Threw 1 1/3 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, 2 hits, walked 1, and had 2 strikeouts. Gets a ground ball back to him. It goes behind his back. He loses his hat, and Jiminian has his second single of the ball game. This one a leadoff one in the 7th. Just perfectly placed for Jiminian, and we go to the top of the order with the cushion runner at first base. Leo with a ton of speed puts on his sliding mitt on his hand, and I would expect to see him moving at some point. Rice at the plate, he's 0 for 3, due for a hit. This is Zazzarino's second appearance as a Dodge City A. He pitched against the BJs on Saturday, threw an inning, and it was a tough one for him. Gave up 2 hits, walked 3, hit 1, and gave up 5 runs, all earned. Strike 1 here to Rice, the second baseman from UTA. Arizona native, digs into the left-hander's batter's box. Larks looking for hit number 9 on the day. Here, Rice shows bunt, pulls back. They'll look at Jiminian, and he goes back to first. Called strike here on Rice. In that inning against Liberal, under 50% of Zazzarino's pitches found their way into the zone. And he started off 5 of the 9 he faced with the first pitch strike. 0-2, sitting him outside is Cummings. Delivery goes outside for a called ball. Good eye on a tough take from Rice. Rice picked up 20 walks at UTA this year. Also had 29 hits, drove in 11, stole 2 bases. Zazzarino looks over his shoulder. Jiminian takes off. Pitch is outside, and we won't get a throw down. Jiminian puts himself in scoring position. Larks have their second stolen base of the day. 1 from Tarosian, 1 from Jiminian. Larks right and center fielders moving along on the base paths today. Leo led the Larks in stolen bases in 2020 and was second last year behind only Zach Henry, who had a record-setting season with 33. Wasn't the Larks' all-time single-season record, but he cracked into the top 10. He's stolen 33 bases over the first 2 years as a Lark. And Leo Jiminian steals his 3rd of the season in 4 attempts. After starting out the count with 2 strikes, Zazzarino throws 3 straight balls to Tanner Rice. So it was the end of the outing for Smedhammer, like was speculated in the last inning. Goes 6 innings strong, 83 pitches, 2 earned runs, 7 hits allowed, and 1 walk. It's too bad the bats couldn't get going for him for Dodge City, because it was really a pretty good outing for the righty. Payoff pitch to Rice will miss inside, 4 straight balls, and the Larks get their second base for another inning. And Rice aboard for the first time today. Runners on first and second with nobody out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Top of the order at first, bottom of the order at second. The 2-hole in the lineup, Austin Jaslov to the plate now. The shortstop is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Both the hit and the run were in the first inning. Tarosian on deck. Rue in the hole. Zazzarino takes a long look at Jaslov. Jaslov was patiently in the batter's box. Look at Jiminian for a while. Zazzarino delivers home. Jaslov shows bunt, lays one on the right field side. It looked like it was beautifully placed, but it does roll foul. We'll go 0-1 with the count. We'll see if Leo wants him to bunt again. Austin Jaslov, 6'2", from Knoxville, Tennessee. Played for the Charlotte Mustangs last summer in Summer League. Played in 27 games, batting .340. Was tied for the most sacrifice flies for the Mustangs last summer. And trying to get a sacrifice bunt right there. We'll see if he does it again. Corners kind of creep in. And we won't get an 0-1 delivery. Zazzarino turns around. Looks Jiminian back to second. Nobody there to hold him on. Otto creeps in from first base. Jaslov shows bunt again, and this one is found. He's going to be forced to swing and protect the plate, now down 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to the shortstop. Jaslov went to the Christian Academy of Knoxville. A couple of guys up and getting loose in the pen for the Larks. One righty. This one above the head of Jaslov. Ducks under it, 1-2. Cade Hare walks to the dugout from the bullpen. Excuse me, vice versa. Walks from the bullpen to the dugout. As the sun sets here in Hayes. It's a golden hour at Larks Park. And the 1-2 from Zazarino to Jaslov is on its way. Inside, Jaslov thought about turning on it, and the home plate umpire will say that Jaslov went around. So tough call right there. Jaslov now 1 for 4.
The left fielder, Jack Terosian.
So we'll go to the 3-hole, Jack Terosian. Some frustration with that call here at Larks Park. Terosian singled and stole a base in the 3rd inning and scored off the bat of Brady Evans. Scored the Larks' 3rd run of the game. First pitch to the Hutchinson Blue Dragon, drops low, 1-0. Terosian spent the past 2 years in the eastern part of Kansas, playing JUCO ball, played in 102 games, slugged .572 with 13 home runs and 92 RBIs. Has a runner in scoring position, as an RBI opportunity here in north central Kansas with a 2-0 count. Jack has driven in 2 runs this season. Jiminian at second has scored 3. Jiminian at second, Rice at first. Rice with a big lead at first. And then Terosian rips this to right center. It's going to drop. Jiminian rounds third, heads home. They're going to hold Rice at third base, but it's an RBI base hit for Jack Terosian. His 2nd single of the day, 1st RBI of the day, and RBI number 3 of the season. Run score number 4 for Leo Jiminian. Larks double their lead. They're up 4-2. And Zazarino continues to have a little bit of troubles on the mound in league play. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Runs today have been scored by Jaslov, Terosian, Dreiling, and Jiminian. RBIs have come from Terosian, LaRue, and Hutchison. Terosian has speed at first base. He's already stolen 1 today. We'll see if he takes off to eliminate a double play potential. Doesn't. And the pitch catches the inside corner to LaRue, 0-1. LaRue working a good game, 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a run driven in. Terosian with a kind of aggressive lead at first base. Zazarino looks over his shoulder at him a couple times, goes home. Terosian steals second as he takes off, steals his 2nd of the day. He's working a 5-game hitting streak and now has 7 stolen bases. And he's a perfect 7 of 7 in stolen base attempts, and has stolen a base in every game. But the last one against Boulder, he has now 3 multi-steal games. Inning-ending double play off the table. This one runs outside. LaRue tells his guys to stay where they're at on the base paths. 2-1. Terosian at second. Rice at third. LaRue at the plate. Larks have put 3 on this inning, 2 singles and a walk. 2-1, chopped over the head of the third baseman, O'Sullivan, but they will say it was foul. So we'll go 2-2 with the count. Wind has picked up here in Hayes after really not being a factor by any means early in the game with really no wind. It's now got a pretty strong breeze moving from the right field side to the left field side. See if it has any effect on balls hit deep in the park. Larks up 4-2 in the bottom of the 7th, 1 away, 2 in scoring position. Two off speed, way above the letters. 3-2. Brady Evans on deck. Dylan Dreiling in the hole for the Larks, looking to keep this 7th inning going strong. Their third This one will be fouled off. I was going to say the third inning they've scored in. Actually, the 4th inning that they've scored in. They have a run in innings 1, 2, 3, and 7. LaRue protects the plate and will get another payoff pitch. Zazarino delivers a payoff pitch. LaRue takes it to left center field. Sandoval moves back, records the catch. Both runners tag. And the throw to third is not going to be in time. Sacrifice fly for Tyler LaRue, his 2nd of the season. This time it's Tanner Rice that scores. And Rice scores his 1st one of the day. LaRue with his 2nd RBI of the day. LaRue, great day so far. 2 for 3 with a sacrifice fly. 2 runs driven in. Larks have scored 2 in the 7th. They're up 5-2. So we'll go to Brady Evans, the 5-hole, 0 for 3. LaRue, one of only 2 guys with a sacrifice fly this season. The other one is Cade Brown, who had 1. Cade has the day off today. Brady Evans has a 1-0 count. Zazarino steps off the mound. Zazarino's given up 7 earned runs through 1 2/3. Zazarino from the stretch. Nice pitch, just misses above the letters. 2-0. Rivalry reignited here in Hayes today on a Tuesday evening in north central Kansas. (2-0). Cummings sets up outside. The pitch is high. 3-0 for Brady Evans. We'll see if he's taken here with 2 outs. Zazarino gets set on the mound. Terosian creeps down the third base line, and Brady Evans takes this one over the outside part of the plate. 3-1. Prep Baseball Report clocked Zazarino's fastball at 87 miles an hour, his curveball between 72 and 74, and his slider between 69 and 72, changeup 81 and 82. Evans rolls this one to the shortstop. Dembo, and the throw to first will be in time. Larks get a pair of runs on 2 singles as sacrifice fly and a walk, extend their lead to 3 as Dodge City comes to the plate down to their final 6 outs, down by 3 here in Hayes. Top of the 8th we go here in Hayes. Chris Echeverria will appear back on the rubber for the Larks. 5'11" freshman at Arizona Western from the Dominican Republic. Fourth pitcher of the game for the Larks, the second one from overseas. First pitch, a nice fastball, just missed the outside corner, 1-0. Echeverria's stuff on the mound is nasty with some heat, but he had a lot of trouble locating it against Boulder in his last outing. Through 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 walks, hit 1, had 2 earned runs. Ground ball up the middle, Tanner Rice moves to his right, scoops it off the turf, throws to first in time for out number 1. Larks have retired 5 straight. That was Michael Widener, now 1 for 3 on the day with a ground out, a strikeout, and a double. Top of the order we go. Kyle Morrell to the dish, 1 for 3. As 0 for 2 in his last 2 at-bats, but in his first one, sent a long ball to left field and got the game started off with a solo shot. Appearance number 3 for Echeverria on the mound. 2 innings pitched with an ERA of 9. And his first appearance was against Great Bend in the home opener. And it looked like he was going to be a stud for the Larks this season, judging off that appearance. Struck out the side and faced the minimum. But a much different outing the next day on Saturday. This one's ground to the right side. He comes off the mound and throws to first in time. And loses his hat while running back to the mound. 2 away quickly here in this 8th inning. Dodged down to their final 4 outs. Chris played shortstop in the Larks' last game when we subbed in all our fielding positions but our catcher for pitchers just to have some more fun while the Larks were cruising to a 22-7 victory. Much different, as I was saying, in terms of command from Echeverria and outings. The first outing threw 77% strikes, and the last one dropped down to 55% strikes. This one will miss outside, 1-0 to Matthew Sandoval. 0 for 2 in the day with a pair of groundouts, 1 to Rice, 1 to Meredith. Then he walked against Cade Hare in the 6th inning. Final line for Caden Hare, 2 innings pitched. And this one's grounded to Chris Echeverria, so we won't read you the final line right now. Echeverria gets the side out, 3 up, 3 down. Larks have retired now 7 straight dodge to the A's. And we go to the bottom half of the 8th, looking for some more cushion runs. Now let's get back to that final line for Caden Hare. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, no earned runs. Larks take a 3-run lead to the bottom half of the 8th inning here in Hayes.
What we do here is go back.
Bottom of the 8th, we go here in Hayes. Dylan Dreiling will lead it off for the Larks. Christian Machado will take over on the rubber. Machado, a righty out of Delta College. He's a Pittsburgh, California native. A lefty. Southpaw delivers inside corner, 1-1. Dreiling on the day, 1 for 3. Much different day than his last outing where he had 4 hits, all doubles, and 6 RBIs. He has scored 1 run today. He's looking to get aboard here and get the Larks some cushion runs here in the 8th inning. Two and one. This one's popped up in the infield. Goes to the left side. Chasing it is O'Sullivan, and Cummings makes the catch on a roll in foul territory from the catcher spot. Nice play from the catcher for out number 1. One away.
The third baseman, Palmer Hutchison.
So now to Palmer Hutchison, 1 for 3 on the day with a single and a pop out and a ground out. Drove in Dylan Dreiling in the 2nd inning. This is Christian Machado's 3rd appearance on the mound this year. Through 2 innings against Liberal on Friday. Walked 4, struck out 3, no hits, no earned runs. And then on Sunday, appeared against the Kansas Cannons, didn't record an out, gave up 2 walks, a hit by pitch, and had 2 earned runs. Unranked by Perfect Game. It's a Heritage High School. Picked up 8 wins in his sophomore year of high school with a 1.51 ERA. His junior year cut short, made just 2 appearances, one of them starts. And no stats listed for his senior year. Palmer Hutchison lines one down the line to left field. It gets past to diving O'Sullivan. It's going to be a 1-out double standing up for Palmer Hutchison. The crowd makes some noise for their 3rd baseman. Machado's fastball clocked at 84 miles an hour, top speed by PBR. He also lists that he throws a curveball, a changeup, and a slider. So did Hunter Rawson. Hunter Rawson on the day, 0 for 2 with a walk, a fly out, and a double play. One-0 outside, 2-0. Machado not listed on the roster for Delta. Or maybe I'm just blind. 2 balls, no strikes regardless to Hunter Rawson, looking for his first of the day. He's one of 2 Larks today without a run or an RBI. 3-0. Rawson walked back in the 4th inning and then was left at first. Larks looking for their 4th straight win. Southpaw delivers from the stretch. It's a 4-pitch walk for Hunter Rawson, his 2nd walk of the day, and the Larks have 2 on with 1 out. Rawson with 4 walks down this season, half of them today. Leo Gemini into the dish. looking for hit number 3 of the day. 2 singles, 1 in the second, 1 in the 7th. He stole a base in the 7th inning and came around to score. Larks up by 3, bottom of the 8th, 1 out. Dominion won that one, can't get a hold of it. Down the count, no balls and a strike. Larks will have the next 2 days off and then head to Colorado for a 4-game road trip. Oh, 1 home, swing and a miss from Dominion, 0-2. Hutchison wants to score from second, standing at first base. Hunter Rawson, 1 away, bottom of the 8th. Larks pitching staff has thrown 6 scoreless innings. The Larks were faced of 3 scoreless innings from the 4th to the 6th, and they broke it open with 2 runs in the 7th. 0-2 misses low. No chase from Dominion, 1-2. Tanner Rice waits on deck, wanting to make plate appearance number 5 of the day. 1-2 under the lights here in Larks Park in Hays, Kansas. The 1-2 way outside, 2-2. Larks have started off a few counts today, down 0-2, and then worked some high pitch counts. See if they can do the same here with Dominion. Zezarino's second outing a little bit better than the first outing, or his last outing of the season, where today he goes an inning strong, 27 pitches, 2 hits, a walk, a strikeout, and 2 earned runs. Dominion reaches and stays alive, 2-2. Next pitch from Machado will be number 14. Giving up a hit and a walk, and had a pop-up against Dylan Dreiling in this inning. Southpaw from California gets sent. Goes from the stretch, the 2-2. High 3-2. Dominion's taken 3 balls since going down 0-2 and fouled one off. Larks have walked 3 times today. Scored 5 runs, have 10 hits. They left 5 on base. Inside, it almost hits Dominion. And another example, the Larks starting down 0-2 and then staying alive to draw a walk or a hit. Larks get back-to-back walks. Dominion aboard for the 3rd time in 4 plate appearances today. And now the dugout is head coach Woodruff for the Dodge City A's. He's their only coach, no assistants. So he's the man in charge of the mound visits. And the Larks load the bases up with Tanner Rice coming to the plate. We'll take a pause on Larks Network and be back. A's keep the ball in Machado's hand. Base is loaded. Hutchison at 3rd. At 2nd is Rawson. Dominion at 1st. Rice at the dish. First delivery right down the pipe, called strike 1. Two straight walks and a double for the Larks. Rice looking to keep the line moving. Fouls one off here to the right side. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Rice with his toes near the line in the batter's box. Takes one above the letters, a tough one to take. And the count moves to 1-2. Machado with 17 pitches thrown in the inning. Only 7 of them have been strikes. Rice stays alive, fouls this one to the backstop. Will stay at 1-2. Rice 0 for 3 on the day, walked in the 7th inning and scored. Came in this game batting .400 with an OPS at 1 flat. 1-2 home above the letters, 2-2. His on-base percentage was at .500 coming into the game. Through 3 games at the plate. 4 for 10 with a trio of singles, a double, and a pair of walks. Wild pitch, and Palmer Hutchison and company move up 90 feet. Hutch is the one who scores. Larks put the lead at 6-2, 4-run lead. And we'll have a full count to Tanner Rice. So now at third base, Rawson, second base, Jeminian, Rice at the plate. Rice and Rawson will be teammates at UTA in the fall. It'll be Rice's second year, Rawson's first year. Payoff pitch sent to the backstop again. Rice stays alive, works the pitch count to Machado. Should we see Echeverria back for the 9th inning? Should have plenty of stamina left, only threw 6 pitches in the top half of this inning. Payoff pitch drops low. Larks get their 3rd straight walk, work another full count, and get another payoff pitch to miss. There's 4 guys standing in the Dodge City bullpen, but none of them are throwing. So Hutchison scored earlier. The guys stay where they're at. It was Hutchison's first run and scored of the day. Has an RBI as well. Jaslov takes this one above the letters, 1-0. Jaslov 0 for 3 in his last 3 after singling in the first inning and scoring the Larks' first run of the ballgame. This one bounces off the turf and the plate. Cummings blocks it well. We'll go 2-0 with the count. Larks came into this inning with only 2 walks on the day, and they've walked 3 times on just 1 out. This one struck well to left field. Widenar was playing way in, and it's going to be a grand slam for Austin Jaslov. Pardon the voice crack. Jaslov picks up 4 RBIs and scores his second run of the day. That one was cranked, and the Larks lead 10-2. They have a 5-run 8th inning on just 1 out. That one was hit well. Not sure why Widenar was playing in so much, but it wouldn't have mattered. He wasn't getting that one. Larks get their 11th hit and runs 7, 8, 9, and 10. They clear the bases. Austin Jaslov almost had a homer in the opener. In Great Bend, it hit the wall. And this time, he does clear the fence. First home run as Lark gets RBIs 2, 3, 4, and 5. Scores his second run of the day, number 4 on the season. Rice scores for the second time. Rawson scores for the first time. And Jeminian scores for the second time. At the plate now is Jack Tarosian with a pair of singles, 2 for 4 on the day, a run scored, and an RBI. Brady Evans so far the only Lark without a run scored or a run driven in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tarosian takes this one. Oppo running in as Widenar. He will make the catch on the run for out number 2. Man, I really wish I wouldn't have voice cracked on Jaslov's homer. That was pretty awesome. Now when we go watch that clip, people are going to be forced to hear that. Tarosian now 2 for 5. LaRue to the dish. He's 2 for 3 with a sacrifice fly and a pair of singles and 2 runs driven in. Base is empty for LaRue. Takes one outside corner, 0-1. Oh, 1-2 away, base is empty, called strike 2. So we'll have to protect the plate. Larks having a great 8th inning. Two and two as this one bounces away. Two sent opposite field. This one's hit well. Morel to the foul line, and he will make the catch. But the Larks have a great inning. They score 5, pick up 3 walks, a home run, and a double capped off thanks to that Austin Jaslove grand slam. They'll take an 8-run lead to the 9th inning. We'll see if they can hold on to it as Chris Echeverria will take over back on the mound for his 2nd inning.
Perfect.
Echeverria back to the mound for the 9th inning. Pitched with a 3-run lead in the last inning and now has an 8-run lead to work with. Leading off for the Dodge City A's is Brendan O'Sullivan, over through the day with a pair of lineouts to Palmer Hutchison. One of them was a double play and a strikeout looking for his first hit. Echeverria worked a 1-2-3-6 pitch inning in the 8th. Gets a swing and a miss here as Evans gets his mask knocked off. We'll go 0-2 with the counts. On deck, Cummings and Duran is in the hole. And if Echeverria wants to face the minimum for the 3rd time this season. This one outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 off the turf, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That grand slam from Jaslove, a big one, had just 1 RBI on the season, and now is tied for 2nd and runs driven in on the year with 5. One lined behind the Dodge City A's bullpen. We'll go 2-2 with the counts. Echeverria's fourth inning of work. Pitched the 9th on Friday and pitched the 9th on Saturday. And was given the 8th in this game today. And we'll throw a payoff pitch to lead off batter of the 9th. O'Sullivan, the third baseman from Delta College. We can get aboard for the first time today. From the stretch, the payoff pitch. And it's a slider that runs outside. And it's Echeverria's first walk of the day. And Brendan O'Sullivan's first walk of the day. We'll go to the cleanup hitter, Alex Cummings, having a really good day, 2 for 3. And also had a really good game behind the plate defensively. Echeverria gets a hard swing and a miss out of Cummings here. A nice pitch, 0-1. Echeverria from the Dominican Republic before he moved to Arizona to play for Arizona Western Community College. Made 12 appearances for the Matadors, striking out 20 through 16. Check over at first, not in time. He looks in, gives Brady Evans a nod, and will go from the stretch. The delivery, 0-1. Hard swing, but fouled off, 0-2. Again, Larks will have tomorrow and Thursday off, so enjoy the day. And then we'll have first pitch Friday against Game Day in Game Day at 8 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Mountain Time in Colorado. Ground ball to LaRue, throw to second in time, no throw to first. Echeverria was really slow to go over there and cover, and frustrated with himself for not getting there in time. One away. Cummings reaches on the fielder's choice the third time he hits first base today. Rubio Durant to the dish, the DH, batting in the 5 spot, 0 for 3. He also has a double play. He rounded out to Meredith and grounded out to Rice in his other 2 plate appearances. Echeverria looks in, ignores the runner at first, and then decides to spin. The throw gets away from LaRue, and moving up at least 90 feet is Cummings. He rounds second. That's actually Popsvickle, who is courtesy running for the catcher. Even though he likely won't have to catch again, they're still going to use the Russell, Kansas native speed on the base paths. He goes to second base, rounds it but stays there. The runner in scoring position. Dodge City looking for hit number 7 on the day. Posvickle at second base gets his lead. Pitch gets called a strike. Durant, the DH, Dodge City native, plays for the Dodge City Conquistadors at the JUCO ranks. As one of 4 Dodge City Conquistadors on the roster. Ground ball up the middle. Echeverria gets to the turf for it. Can't get it. Throw from Jaslov pulls LaRue off the bag, but that's the second time this season that LaRue gets pulled off and applies a tag. Nice play. And Durant now 0 for 3. Larks have one more out to get. Pospickle moves up to third base. Delicado to the dish, the first baseman from Goodyear, Arizona. Homered in the second inning, since then 0 for 2. Home. Fastball too fast for what Kondo was expecting. He's behind on the swing, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Potsvickle gets his lead down the third base line. Delivery home. Lined over the head of a leaping LaRue. It'll roll into right field. Chasing it is Jeminian. Scoring is Potsvickle. Good speed from Jeminian to save extra bases. But it's an RBI single from Tyler Cotto. His second RBI hit of the day. Had that solo shot in the second inning. Now a RBI 2-out single. Potsvickle scores his first run of the day. Lead is cut to 7. 10-3 Larks. Tyler Toby to the dish. The second baseman is 1 for 3 on the day with a double in the 5th inning. Elk Grove, California native checks his swing and sends the ball to the Dodge City A's dugout, kind of like Tyler Rue did earlier. Atchbury waits, already set. Toby takes his time getting back into the box. Duran not pushing anything with his lead at first base. Excuse me, Cotto at first base. 0-2 is the count. Larks 1 strike away from win number 4 of the season. From the stretch, the 0-2, it is high. Echeverria put a lot on that pitch, but lost his command because of the speed he put on it. One and 2, he nods at Evans, agrees with the call. Evans sits up, down the middle, 1-2 home, drops low, 2-2. Dembo on deck should Dodge City need him. That shortstop is 0 for 3 on the day. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, top of the 9th, run around first base with a 7-run lead for the Larks. 2-2 home, fastball way outside, 3-2. Echeverria needs to drop a little bit of power and focus more on location. Kind of struggled with that on Saturday, where he focused more on making his pitches super nasty rather than getting them in the zone. Payoff pitch is home, runner takes off, and Echeverria misses inside. Dropped the velocity off of that one, still couldn't locate it. It's the second walk of the inning for Echeverria. Much different 9th inning than the 8th, where he had a 6-pitch 1-2-3 inning with 2 ground outs to him and a ground out to Tanner Rice. 6th batter of the inning comes to the plate. It's Brock Denbo with 3 ground outs on the day, 1 to Cade Hare, 1 to Caleb Meredith on the mound, and 1 to Palmer Hutchison at third base. 2 on, 2 outs. Echeverria misses low, 1-0. Echeverria's thrown just about 60% of strikes, of his pitches in the strike zone here today. 1 hit, 1 run scored, unearned, 1 walk. 1-1 reads the counts. Michael Widener on deck if they need him. Check swing, 1-2. Now again, the Larks 1 strike away from ending it, but that strike was elusive in the last AB. One-two home, misses outside the frame from Evans, unsuccessful. Larks fans and Larks players ready to go home for the night. Echeverria just needs to give him 1 more strike. Two-two, swing and a miss on the off-speed. Echeverria strikes out his first of the day. And strikeout number 5 on the season for the DR native. Larks win it 10-3 against the rival Dodge City A's. And a great start to league play for the Larks. Now 1-0. They're on a 4-game win streak, 4-1 on the season. Dodge City starts their season off 0-5. They're now 0-3 in league play. Let's take a look at what's coming up for the Larks. We're going to be off tomorrow and Thursday, but then be back on Friday. First pitch at 8 p.m. Central Time against the Game Day Saints. 4-game road trip, open against the Saints, close against the Saints. Then we'll have games Saturday and Sunday versus the Cougars and the Rough Riders, respectively. And then we'll be back home after that Monday game against the Game Day Saints. So be sure to catch all those games on Larks Network. Larks win this one 10-3. They pick up 11 hits, 5 walks. They leave 5 on base. Score, of course, 10 runs. As for Dodge City, 3 walks, 7 hits. They leave 5 on base, and they score 3 runs. Larks again 1-0 now to open conference play. 4-1 on the season. We'll see you on Friday. First pitch 8 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. You can catch it right here on the YouTube channel. This has been Carson Ackerman on the call. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good rest of your Tuesday night.